Hey everyone, we are back this time in English. So we switched our brains to English this time. I am still with Agueda and Clara Quintela. Um, we will dive right in, and maybe we can start with Clara and let her talk to us a little about her journey in textiles and how she began to embroider and how it started this whole journey.
Hello, thank you so much for having inviting me for tonight. I'm trying to switch to English because we just finished the French and it's not easy. So let me try my best. So as you know, I'm Brazilian, born and raised there. I arrived here in Montreal in 2012 with my 5 cats and my husband. And when I was in Brazil, I used to work. Well, I have my degree in journalism, and I worked as such for 16 years. When I decided to move to Canada, I knew that I couldn't work. Well, I could work as a journalist, but because I decided to live here in this province, French is my third language, and I didn't feel like going to. It would be so much more complicated to work in a language that is not mine, and I'm so proud of my writing, and I didn't want to maculate my past, so I decided to go to a different career, try a different career. So I was lucky enough to meet Céline Barbeau. She is the owner of La Maison Tricotée, the store that I worked since from the beginning, since 2013. And I met her at Twist Festival. The first Twist, I was there. I just missed one in 2013 because I went to Brazil, I guess. I think so. I met her in 2012. And after meeting her several times later in Montreal, she invited me to work as a teacher in her store that she was going to open in 2013. And she was looking for a teacher to teach knitting classes in English. So she asked me if I could teach in English, and I said yes. But little curiosity, I never taught any class in English there. It was the store is in the Plateau Mont Royal, which is a French neighborhood. And we almost never have English students there. And when you have, they are capable to understand French. So from the first day, I had to speak French. And at that time, my French was awful much worse than my English now. And I had to, as we say in Portuguese, I had to me virar. I had to do my magic to be able to communicate with the students. So
it's a fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. So yeah. I'd like to say I'm sorry to my first students because I know you suffered so much in my hands at that time. But at least I know I taught you the good thing, okay? I taught you right, with the wrong words, but with the right technique. And after 2 years I working there, I decided to, I heard about, how can I say, program at Concordia University in Fine Arts. It was Fine Arts with the major in fibers and material practice. So I went there because I had a question at the time. I wanted to know why everybody decided to go back to the needles. Like, we all have grandmothers that knitted, crocheted, or embroidered a lot, but usually our mothers don't. It skipped one generation, and now our generation is doing this again. And I wanted to know why suddenly everybody was so crazy about handcraft and yarn and needles again. So this is when I found out about, I was searching on Google, trying to figure out this. This is when I heard about this program at Concordia, and I went there and I did my second graduation, this time in Fine Arts. So this is when I put the journalism aside to dive in this artistical practice. And everybody knows, not everybody, but most of people learn how to knit and how to embroider from their grandmothers and aunts and mothers. But I learned at university. So yeah, everybody, I didn't have this familiar approach. I learned how to crochet at home. But embroidery, I have one aunt that embroidered a lot, and she didn't have patience to teach me. So I learned this in university. This is when everything started.
But this is a luxury because you really have like time to think and to relate to your readings and your practice and everything. I'm sure you know that a lot of people in the textile are really would really like to do this Concordia program because it's really like a luxury. Yeah,
it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah,
And yes, and I think this is what my journalist side is still working. Like I needed to know. I need to know why. And everybody had a romantic idea about, oh, people are being more conscious about slavery, etc. Where comes your textile or your clothes, everything. But no, it's not because of this. I'm not going to this path because it's a long story, what I discovered. But Concordia was also responsible for me to lose my innocence and romanticism about textiles. But this is another day, another life.
Another interview.
Another interview to talk about this. Yeah.
So now you teach embroidery.
Yes.
From home.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. You teach from home, and do you have I don't remember if you have like a studio where you teach or only from home?
I closed the studio. Lucky me, I closed last year because this year it would be impossible to keep my classes over there. So I'm teaching embroidery from home. I have this embroidery club, and I still teach knitting classes as well. I didn't give up knitting. I have my knitting right here waiting for me to finish. It's my shawl. Is here. It's just that, like in knitting, I am more. I think we all have phases, maybe. So I think I'm pretty much happy where I am in my knitting. So I do patterns now. I'm more calm in my research, but not with embroidery. Embroidery, I have all these books here. Yeah, I have all the shelf that is here with embroidery books that I read and research. And this year I decided to put it, because of COVID time, etc. I decided to start a project that I had in my head for so long. And I don't know, I think I was waiting for the right moments. And when COVID started and we were all confined at home, I decided to start this embroidery club, which is a club that you pay monthly. And you have online classes and we have online designs today, for example, the first day of the month is when I send the email with the design is going to do. And during the month, we're going to explore and learn together how to embroider that designs I did.
Yeah, that's basically so nice. Yeah. I never really embroidered before. I have a feeling that I would be impatient. I have a feeling, but I don't know.
It's like knitting, right? Yeah. It takes time. It takes time. What I tell to my students is the embroidery is not the result. The embroidery is the trip, is the journey. So the embroidery, what you see, the final piece in your hand, it only tells. Maybe if you look, you're gonna see, oh, this is a cat. And then if someone, oh, you don't know what happened when I was embroidering this, I was listening that music and I was having that tea I bought when I went, I don't know where, and I ate some biscuits, the old recipes of my grandmother. So it's everything that happened while you are embroidering. So it's like knitting as well. Yeah. It's gonna take time for you to finish your knitting. And I'm not a patient person at all. I'm super anxious. But for this kind of things, either you enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, or it's not going to work.
We have our very own Amélie Blanchard who will participate in the club this month.
Yeah.
So we can wait to see what she will do.
You want to see what she's going to do?
Yes.
Yeah, this is what she's going to embroider.
It's so pretty. Yeah, so there's a lot of different stitches in this.
Yes, there's some short and long stitches here. You have some satin stitch, French knots, stem stitch, feather stitch. Here you have some leaf stitch. I think there's more or less 8 different stitches in this little embroidery. But as I say to all my students, I did this in stem stitch. If you think that back stitch is better, do back stitch. I did it in white. Do you think that yellow is going to match with the cat you have at home? Do yellow. I'm not there to oblige people to do what I want, but hey, this is what I propose. You can personalize yours. Do it. In fact, I prefer when people do this because I think they're more comfortable, and they as comfortable as they can show in their embroidery. This is the most important for me as a teacher. Yeah.
And it adds to the feeling and the story and the connection with your work. If you make it a little bit more personal, yeah.
Exactly. With your own colors, I only use 5 colors here because I always limit the colors, because I think when you have like DMC is the brand that I work the most because it's easy to find. It's not expensive at all. This kind of skins here.
Yeah.
DMC have 489 colors, and I have all those colors here at home. So every time I have to decide what colors I'm going to use here, it's a little bit overwhelming because I open everything in front of me and see what matches with what, and then I propose, okay, you have 5. So for you not to feel how I felt suffering to pick only 5 among 489, so that's it. But if you think that you want to put 10 colors here, go with your cat. It's your embroidery.
Yeah, and it becomes really like a little painting, because I see the little colibri you have behind you on your wall, and this one has so many shades and so many different tones of yellow and everything.
This one has 18 colors.
Yeah.
18 colors, and it's embroidery on tulle. Here, it's transparent. Yeah. This is the first I did. This is the first one. And after that, I don't know if you can see, there is a portrait over there.
Oh, wow.
Wait, let me get it. Put it back. This is a portrait. This is a portrait I did. This is Dilma Rousseff. She is the former president of Brazil, and she suffered a coup d'etat. Yes, and I did it as this is the second portrait of her I did, and I did this on tulle.
It's really gorgeous.
Thank you.
Really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So that's it. Okay,
Agueda, do you embroider?
Yes, a bit more freestyle type of embroidery, and cross stitch with my mom as well. And I have like this heritage from all the Mexican embroidery.
Mexican embroidery, awesome.
I went to get my book. I think you have the same one.
I don't have this one yet, but I will.
It's incredible. It's like magic to my eyes. It has a lot of different patterns of Mexican embroidery, and it's so it's something I like to do, but on the side,
You know what? I learned how to embroider here, but in my hometown, they are famous for the embroideries they do over there, but I didn't learn there. I learned here I studied with Nathalie Dupuis, from Sew by Hand. Yeah, after I finished, I learned how to embroider in the university. So I did the opposite path that people do, that they first learn the right thing to do, the canonical Catholic thing to do, and then they go think outside the box. I learned first outside the box. And after 2 years, I had done so many pieces already for the university. I had some exhibitions accepted in the gallery of the university. After 2 years, I decided to pick some classes, to take some classes to learn how to do the right thing, just to see how I was going. So I took classes with Nathalie, and it was super nice. super good. Okay, now I learned some techniques, the good thing to do. Cool. And then I can adapt what I do, but I still think outside the box and like to explore like different surface, like the tulle here, and this is linen cotton here, and I have some organza, and everything is possible. Everything is okay.
Sky
It's
is the limit.
experiment. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sky the limit. Yeah.
And for people who are, I don't know if it's the right word in English, confined for the month of October,
I think so. Yeah.
at home,
At home,
and that don't have 500 colors at home to embroider. I understood that they can go onto your website, and
yes.
being part of the club, they can order also a kit to start their embroidery. Yes.
The kit, if you want to, like for this month, which is this embroidery, the club is already closed, so I'm preparing for November. So people that enroll today has to wait until November, unfortunately. But is it possible to buy if you don't know what to buy? If you are, there is an option to buy the kit together. I never speak about the kit because I think it's an extra service. I'm more interested to gather people. So I always forget that some people don't know what to buy, don't know what to do, what fabric, where to go. So for these people, I have some kits put it aside. So it's possible to do the embroidery, because of the system of subscription, it has to be done in an American site called Patreon. It's in my website, you're gonna find the link to go there. And there is these options. Either you do your subscription only for the classes, if you have the material, or the subscription including the kit. That's it.
And in the meantime, even if the club is closed for this month, they can still go on your YouTube and on your Instagram to learn a few techniques before they subscribe to the November
exactly.
club.
I prepare, it's all my videos that I have lots of tutorials, tons of tutorials on YouTube in Portuguese and French now. About embroidery. So if you are super new to it, you don't know how to use hoop, embroidery hoop, and needles, what kind of needles you buy. I have all those videos there in French and Portuguese. I hope you speak French or Portuguese.
Or Portuguese.
Or Portuguese. Or you can just watch. I have also 31 videos of different stitches that you can learn and practice before. And once a month, I do this live on Instagram showing how to embroider a little patch like this. It's easy. I only use, for example, for this one, I use only 4 colors. And easy stitches, I only use the same stitches to make people practice the same thing. I only have 2 different stitches in this patch. And it's a nice project because it's a small one. You're not going to spend a lot of time doing it. And you can make a lot of mistakes and not be sad to have to undo everything. And that's it. And that's
when you learn, it's
exactly.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Clara. That was very, very nice, very interesting. I hope it gave the idea to start embroider to some people.
Yeah.
I know it did for me. Maybe I will try.
Come.
Yeah.
The more the merrier.
Yeah,
come, you too, Agueda.
Yeah. We'll start and look at what Amélie is doing.
Okay.
Maybe
my God.
she can teach us after.
Oh, this is a huge responsibility, Amélie.
Yeah, Amélie. Yeah, she better be good. Yes. Well, so we'll write under the video your links to your website and your Instagram page. Yep. And thank you again for being there with us tonight. And I hope you have a nice month in Montreal.
Oh my God. Good luck in Quebec.
Hang on. Yeah. Thank you.
Bisous, les filles. Bye bye.
Salut.